all day long, but the protesters have come out to a bunch of protests today, and never too far behind them have been D.C. police watching.
Just have to keep our fingers crossed, I guess, and hope the lid stays on.
More world, let's stay! More world, let's stay! More world, let's stay!
Police moved in quickly to hold the lid down during a noontime rally across from World Bank headquarters. Demonstrators protesting World Bank energy policies tried to deliver a symbolic Trojan horse and wound up in a stare-down with officers blocking Pennsylvania Avenue.
I expect nonviolent demonstrations all weekend, and I hope that the D.C. police help us do that.
With a day filled with demonstrations on tap, police made sure they were ready for anything. What they got was rain. And demonstrators protesting
mining and gas extraction, coal mining.
We want corporate welfare to these giant big oil corporations to stop.
Protesting the World Bank's new forest policy.
They're engaging in corporate handouts with
I don't exactly understand why there's such a need for security measures such as this when many people just want their voices heard.
D.C. Police Chief Ramsey says he has no problem with free speech, but he says he has to be prepared for protesters who threaten to turn up the heat on demonstrations tomorrow.
Our own agency, we've activated as of today the 12-hour shifts. It's what we refer to as our level 3. Which is our highest state of readiness, so we can cover both the IMF World Bank protests as well as covering our neighborhoods with patrols.
So as you see live right here outside the Ritz-Carlton, D.C. police officers on that level 3 right now, just arriving, getting in place for this demonstration here at the Ritz-Carlton. About 200, 250 people have gathered here. They say this will be a peaceful demonstration, but of course police on hand, and police are ready for anything, as you heard from Chief Ramsey tomorrow morning. Reporting live in Northwest Washington, Horace Holmes, ABC 7 News. Kathleen, back to you.
Okay, Horace, thanks so much. And as he said, the police say they will be ready for anything when those major protests begin tomorrow. Officers already making their presence known to protesters tonight. Streets around the IMF and World Bank headquarters will be closed starting tonight, and other street closures are possible as the weekend progresses. We'll keep you up to date on any changes there. Meantime, all officers are working 12-hour shifts, and barricades keeping the protesters away from some of the key buildings are now being erected. Newspaper machines and garbage cans have also been removed between 14th and 22nd Streets and from K Street down to Constitution Avenue. Of course, it is tomorrow morning's rush hour, the one that protesters have vowed to shut down, that has all of you commuters concerned. Well, that's why people are being encouraged to use Metro to get to work tomorrow. Metro says it's ready for that extra workload. Bicycles and large coolers are banned on cars through Sunday, and undercover officers will also be on trains and in stations. Transit Police Chief Polly Hansen says Metro's never had problems with demonstrators in the past, and she doesn't anticipate any problems this time.
Kathleen, with police from dozens of jurisdictions on the job this weekend, the question is, how are they going to stay in touch with each other? As ABC 7 News reporter John Harder shows us, police are planning on being mobile.
We're providing additional camera feeds back to headquarters on 300 Indiana Avenue. You know, they basically want a good picture of what's going on.
D.C. Police Chief Charles Ramsey welcomes assistance the crew of this space-age Naval Research Lab facility will give him tomorrow. He is using every tool available to control the demonstration.
My job is just to see to it that we try to do everything we can to keep the city moving.
Even if phone lines went down tomorrow, this $850,000 communication center could continue communications for police. The high-speed communications facility backed up police at the Winter World Olympics in Utah. In the event things got out of control during the protest tomorrow, this equipment would be used to summon and control backup units from around the area, linking each department's radio system. Jeff Wesley of the Naval Research Lab says they will be ready around the clock to back up police with the best communication system there is.
We also have a surge capability for additional communication channels. So if we have to bring in additional resources, so we can bridge different agencies together.
If phone lines are knocked out or overloaded?
Oh, phone lines too. We really carry all the infrastructure that a first response team would need.
The state-of-the-art communications bus could help police stay on top of what's happening should demonstrators move around the city, also help coordinate police units dealing with unruly demonstrators. From downtown Washington, John Harder, ABC 7 News.
And we remind you to stay with ABC 7 News for continuing coverage of the protest and the police response to them as well. Kathleen?
In other news, a collision between a car and a Prince George's County school bus killed the driver of the car and injured 5 children. This happened during the morning rush in the 1700 block of Iverson Street in Oxon Hill. The car reportedly crossed the center line and hit the bus, which was heading to Barnaby Manor Elementary. 2 children in the car were flown to Children's Hospital, where they're in good condition tonight. 3 kids on the bus were taken to the hospital to be checked and then released.
We are learning tonight the next governor of Maryland may have to be an accounting wizard, as that state now faces a $1.3 billion budget deficit. As a result, balancing that budget is becoming a central issue in the race for governor. Today, Kathleen Kennedy Townsend unveiled her plan to erase the red ink, and ABC 7 News Maryland reporter Brad Bell was there.
When Republican Bob Ehrlich vowed last week to solve the state's looming budget deficit largely with legalized slot machines, Democrat Kathleen Townsend called it flim-flam and promised to do better. Today, she claims to have delivered.
Today, I'm presenting a real budget plan with real numbers, not a paper napkin exercise.
Like Ehrlich, Townsend promises no new taxes beyond a possible 34-cent increase in cigarette taxes. And she promises cuts across the government that don't affect crucial services or schools. Her primary source of new revenue will be to sell off Maryland's future tobacco settlement revenue now for 70 cents on the dollar.
It's going to be tough. We're going to have a very austere budget in 2004. But we can do it, and it will get done.
The budget doesn't eliminate the deficit, leaving $450 million unaccounted for. And not unexpectedly, Ehrlich says he doesn't think much of the plan.
The problem here is it doesn't get you where you need to be. At least with our numbers, with our framework, we get you where you need to be, which is a little over $1 billion.
It was clear from today's presentation that after months of steady decline in the polls and infighting among Democrats, Townsend believes that her campaign and she have found new life. Ehrlich says he'll put that and her budget plan to the test as the candidates square off in their first face-to-face debate tonight. Brad Bell, ABC 7 News.
And tonight, Townsend and Ehrlich will meet in their first debate at Morgan State University down in Baltimore. You can watch the entire debate starting at 8 o'clock on News Channel 8.
D.C. Councilwoman Carol Schwartz says district voters deserve a choice, and so today she announced her bid to run for D.C. mayor. She admits her 4th try for the office will be another uphill battle, but at a boarded-up store in southeast Washington, Schwartz claims she wants to run because she thinks this city is deeply troubled, pointing a finger at incumbent Mayor Anthony Williams for what she calls ethical lapses and lack of compassion for the city's poorest residents.
Even during the recent time of economic boom and prosperity here, the poor in our city have gotten poorer. The statistics are there, unfortunately, to prove this.
When it comes to ethical lapses, you know, I think that I'm a better mayor for the mistakes that I've made. I've recognized those mistakes. I'm a better mayor for it. I think people understand that, and we're moving forward.
Mayor Williams won the Republican primary earlier this month without even actually running for it. He beat Schwartz by more than 700 write-in votes.
We want to tell you now about a bank robbery that went horribly wrong this morning in Nebraska. It happened in the farming town of Norfolk. 4 bank employees and 1 customer wound up being shot to death at the robbery at the U.S. Bank branch this morning. A woman who was near the bank at the time says it appears that the robbers shot everyone in the bank and then shot their way out through the doors. Tonight, police are looking for 3 men last seen driving away in a white Subaru. The search for 9-year-old Jennifer Short continues at this hour. That's because the hair on a skull found in Rockingham County, North Carolina, does not appear to match a hair sample from the missing Virginia girl. The Henry County Sheriff's Office says the comparison is not definitive. They say they are still waiting results from DNA tests. Jennifer, you may recall, vanished last month after her parents were killed in their Bassett, Virginia home. That skull, by the way, was found 30 miles south of her home.
Flooding from Tropical Storm Isidore is creating some real problems in New Orleans today. Heavy rains and sustained winds just below hurricane strength hit the city when that storm blew ashore early this morning. The center of Isidore then moved near Baton Rouge. Reports of tornadoes in the Florida Panhandle and Alabama are also making news tonight. Forecasters say Isidore will start weakening as it heads northward through Alabama and Mississippi. And we're going to take you live to New Orleans to take a look at some of the damage and what they're facing at this point. We'll do that in just a few minutes.
Well, at long last, the skies opened up over Washington as the effects of Isidore are already being felt here.
We haven't had rain like this in a while, and Doug Hill has more on that in tonight's first forecast. Doug?
It is good indeed to see rain like that from Isidore, which, by the way, has been downgraded now from a tropical storm down to a tropical depression, but it's still a very potent rainmaker and will be for at least the next 36 hours. Let's take a look at live Super Doppler 7 radar. We haven't seen the screen look like this for a while. All the yellow you see is moderate to heavy rainfall, and there's no shortage of it. We've had reports of 1/2 to 1 inch in a few areas already, with much more to follow. Check out our forecast for the remainder of the evening. No surprise here, we're going to call for more rain with temperatures in the 60s, a northeasterly wind. The sun sets tonight before 7 o'clock for the first time in a long time at 6:59. We'll check out the rest of the tropics, see if there are any other Isidores out there, and let you know what to expect as we head to the weekend in a few minutes. Del and Kathleen, back to you.
Doug, thanks.
No Isidores, but there is rare air. About an hour ago, Michael Jordan announced that he will, in fact, play for the Washington Wizards this season. That announcement was completely expected, and Rennie Knott is going to have a little bit more coming up later in sports.
Still, it's nice news.
We like that.
Plus, are you driving too fast? Speeders beware. A local community has now enlisted in the war on leadfoots. We'll show you how they plan to put the brakes on you. And serious health concerns for legendary soul singer Barry White. Tonight, why he is in desperate need of an organ transplant. Plus, no need to carry pictures in your wallet anymore. These new high-tech cell phones can hold them for you. Coming up, 7's on your side with the pros and cons of this new technology.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5 with Kathleen Matthews, Del Walters, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hill with live Super Doppler 7 radar, and Rennie Knott on sports. This is ABC 7 News at 5, proud to be on your side.
Closed captioning brought to you by Food Lion.
The season's best new series. It's not on HBO. It's not on NBC. It's on ABC. That's right, ABC. Tonight, come to the only place that gets hotter after the sun goes down.
Help me, Mary. Maybe I can help you.
Nobody can help me, Jim.
The deeper this investigator digs, the closer to danger he gets.
I'm going to take this town apart.
Brick by brick. He knows. It's a scorching new Push Nevada. Tonight, 9/8 Central, right after the season premiere of Monk on ABC.
What is it that sets Scan Furniture apart from all the other furniture stores? Perhaps it's because they have the best selection of home and office furnishings displayed in 6 conveniently located showrooms. Or maybe it's their best buy price guarantee that guarantees you won't find the same furniture for less, or Scan will refund the difference plus 10%. Or maybe it's just the fact that Scan Furniture looks better than everyone else's. Isn't it time you found out for yourself? Scan Furniture, as unique as you are.
It's Macy's Fall Sale, our biggest fashion sale of the season. Plus, new ideas for your home. Fall sweaters, $19.99 to $29.99. Suede and leather jackets, $159.99 to $199.99. Spectacular jewelry, 30 to 50% off. Men's suits, sport coats, pants, buy one, get one free. Utica sheet sets, Queen, King, $19.98. The best of the season at Macy's Fall Sale.
Freedom should be accessible to everyone. That's why for a limited time, we're giving you 0% financing for up to 60 months on every 2002 Jeep vehicle. That's 100% of our entire 2002 lineup. And to make 0% financing even better, it's backed by our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. But hurry, because while freedom will last forever, 0% financing won't. Check one out today.
Tonight, putting cameras on kids. Are schools protecting your kids or treating them like criminals? Should your child be spied on? A special report on World News Tonight.
When you call Empire Carpet and shop at home, you're not paying for carpet store overhead. Empire's warehouse pricing always saves you money. We'll bring samples right to your home. We'll install next day. And with our warehouse direct prices, you'll save on all our brand name carpet. Plus, no payments till January 2004. Don't go to a carpet store and pay too much for carpet. Call Empire. Shop at home and save.
800-588-2300
Turning to the situation in Iraq, the Pentagon's top leaders tonight are taking aim at Iraq's claims that the U.S. military targeted civilian areas in that country. The vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff says that 2 Allied airstrikes in southern Iraq today were in self-defense after Iraq fired at coalition aircraft. General Peter Pace says both targets were military and there were no civilian casualties. Meanwhile, the United States is said to be making progress on that tough UN resolution on Iraq. Secretary of State Colin Powell says an agreement has now been reached with Britain.
Well, Democratic leaders in Congress are still fuming over President Bush's charges about their lack of concern for national security. ABC 7 News national correspondent Jim Clark brings us the latest salvos in this domestic dispute.
The Senate is more interested in special interests in Washington and not interested in the security of the American people.
He ought to apologize to the American people. That is wrong. We ought not politicize this war.
The president's recent pounding of the Democratic-controlled Senate's failure to pass his plan for a Department of Homeland Security has left blood in the political waters, and that had him rushing to mend fences today and change the subject, telling a bipartisan group of congressional leaders Iraq poses a chilling new threat.
Each passing day could be the one on which the Iraqi regime gives anthrax or VX, nerve gas, or someday a nuclear weapon to a terrorist ally. We refuse to live in this future of fear.
It's the worst nightmare scenario, Osama bin Laden's terrorists merging with Saddam Hussein and his weapons of mass destruction, targeting American cities. Reason Republicans say the Senate has to move on Homeland Security and give the president the flexibility he needs.
But in Homeland Security, to have the flexibility to move people around, to be able to shift.
There are situations, though, where you can't be bogged down by a lot of grievance procedures as the president's trying to move people to face a threat to our homeland security.
And here we're going to strip them of their protections under the Civil Service Code? That's just not right. We're not going to get the best people serving the American public if this is the way that we're going to treat them.
Senate Democrats still stewing say they may not be able to vote next week on a resolution authorizing the president to go to war with Iraq. Jim Clark, ABC 7 News.
Jim, thank you.
Well, Isidore arrives in New Orleans, and we're going to take you there next on ABC 7 News at 5.
Plus, find out what's in store for the former site of the Columbia Hospital for Women in the district.
But first, rain. And Doug is back with his full forecast to tell us how long it's going to last. You are watching ABC 7 News at 5 o'clock.
ABC 7 News brought to you in part by Rosenthal Honda.
Tyson's Corner Honda's new showroom is underway, but right now construction is taking up too much space. So all week we are offering the year's lowest prices. Construction prices on new Accords from just $11,995. Construction prices on new Civics from just $99.95. Plus low rate financing, top dollar for your trade, and free oil and lube maintenance for 2 years. You won't believe how low we're willing to go to build you a better showroom. Rosenthal Honda on Route 7 in Tyson's Corner.
There is a real difference on education. Kathleen Kennedy Townsend fought for record investment in our schools. She has a plan to lower class sizes, emphasize basics like reading and math, and teach character education in every school. In Congress, Bob Ehrlich voted to cut the school lunch program and college loans. He voted against smaller class sizes and for the largest education cut in history, and even voted to eliminate the Department of Education. No wonder Maryland's teachers have endorsed Kathleen Kennedy Townsend.
Marshalls, you'll find the best names in fall fashions at prices you'll love. Whether it's for special occasions or no reason at all.
They're back. 2 Marlowe offers that are absolutely impossible to beat, let alone combine. The lowest furniture prices of the year, the best financing offer of the season. Incredible prices like leather sofas valued from $750 to $999, now just $399 to $499. And $700 queen beds are now just $299. Plus free financing with no down payment and no interest charges for 30 months. Now through Monday at Marlowe. Don't miss out. Marlowe, the furniture superstore.
Mix 107.3 plays Washington's best music mix. The Jack Diamond Morning Show and Washington's best music mix.
Tell me, did the wind sweep you off your feet?
The High Note Jackpot Game and the best music mix from the 80s, 90s, and today. This is Mix 107.3 music.
Or else forget about it.
High Low, Jack Diamond in the Morning, and Washington's best music mix. Mix 107.3.
I have never known so many people to be happy with a weatherman's forecast of rain, but everybody was saying, thank goodness today.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons they're saying that is because the second part of the forecast after the rain is we're calling for sunshine for the weekend.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's where they're...
A lot of business for umbrella salesmen, I noticed, around the metro stops
the first
today.
business for umbrella Absolutely, and we're getting good amounts, half-inch. We heard from Carl Quintrell, one of our weather observers out in Stanley, Virginia. He's had 1.25 inches so far out of this, so it's going pretty good. Thank Isidore for it. The news this hour is Isidore has been downgraded from a tropical storm to a tropical depression, but even with that, it has produced a lot of rain and a lot of wind along the Gulf Coast. ABC's John Berman is live in New Orleans, where Isidore made landfall early this morning. John, what's it like now?
Well, Doug, I'm standing right here in the French Quarter, and as you can see, the rain has stopped. It's been dry here for hours. In fact, the streets are busy once again. But thanks to Isidore, for many people in and around New Orleans, it was a very long night and a very difficult day. In the wake of Isidore, getting around the Big Easy was anything but easy. Cars, even buses, turned into submarines.
The water's over the dashboards. Most of them are totals.
The worst was just outside the city. More than a foot of rain left Lake Pontchartrain bursting at the seams. Roads were cut off to all but the creative. The morning after, people were still talking about the harrowing moments behind the wheel.
It was kind of scary. She was the whole time yelling, you know, don't stop, don't stop. And there's this little Honda in front of her. Couldn't quite figure out what he was going to do. Just, don't stop, for God's sake, don't stop, don't stop.
For the most part, the complicated system of pumps and levees did their job and kept the city safe. Always a concern for those living below sea level. Some 100,000 people lost power in southern Louisiana and Mississippi, and the storm sent waves crashing as far east as Mobile, Alabama. But bad as it looked at times, Isidore was not the monster once feared. The winds had weakened by the time it hit New Orleans.
I thought it was nothing.
In the French Quarter, business is back to usual, or unusual as the case may be. Bourbon Street didn't take long to dry out, and as far as the storm was concerned, most were just laughing it off.
There wasn't even a storm. It wasn't even a storm. It wasn't even a hurricane, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I've been through Hurricane Alicia in Houston, so, you know, I mean, that wasn't even, this wasn't even nothing. This was
So the party has started once again here in New Orleans, and Isidore is other people's problem. And Doug, the people here in New Orleans are more than happy to send it your way.
John, have all those that were evacuated along the Gulf Coast, to your knowledge, have they've all been allowed back in their homes now?
Some have headed home. There are continuing problems in some areas, particularly around Lake Pontchartrain. Some levees have broken, flooding several homes very badly, 3 to 5 feet of water, and those people may not be able to return to their homes for some time.
ABC's John Berman live in New Orleans. Thank you, John. Well, around here we are getting rain. It's much needed rain. We're whittling away at the drought. Let's check in with live Super Doppler 7 radar this afternoon and see where the rain is. And for the first time in a long time, we have a Technicolor display. We have your greens, we've got your yellers, we've got all kind of colors there that have meaning and substance. And this time around, it is very good meaning. That is moderate rainfall, good rainfall. Again, an inch, inch and a quarter accumulations have been reported around the area. Fairly moderate rainfall just west of town right now. Let's check that out in detail for you. We'll zoom in a little bit west of here and kind of center up on the areas of yellow, which indicate moderate to heavy rain. It's all over the place, from Flint Hill up to Middleburg to Leesburg to Waterford over to Germantown, even in Albany right now, some heavy rain. And even here in Northwest Washington, it is getting heavy rain at the moment. So this is all good stuff. And as I said earlier, it's going to clear out for the weekend. So you got the best of both worlds weather-wise here. Let's get you started this evening. More rain in the forecast for this evening. And I suppose we could pick up at least another half of inch to another inch of rain in many areas. Temperatures not budging much, pretty much staying in the 60s. As far as conditions down at Reagan National Airport, 63 degrees right now. East-northeasterly winds at 14, so much cooler than average temperatures. Not only here, but all around the region. In the 50s out west, Winchester at 59, Martinsburg at 57, 62 in Annapolis, 67 degrees reported right now down in Salisbury. Well, the regional radar and satellite put it in motion for you, and what you're going to find is these patches of heavier rain kind of expanded during the afternoon hours. You'll see it happen here. All this ahead of the circulation of Isidore, which is now a tropical depression. A lot of heaviest rain just to the west of us and along the mountains, but there's more to come. The general flow is from southwest to northeast right ahead of this cold front. This will explain it more. Look at this tropical train of moisture from almost the coast of Cuba back up into the southeast U.S. The storm itself was never a classic storm. It was just like a big area of low pressure slinging a lot of moisture up. And all that is going to rapidly move to the north and east. So as a result, more rain in the forecast. And there's a second part of the storm we got to talk about for Friday. First, the information now depression located about 840 miles west-southwest of Washington, D.C. It's moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. So it's going to accelerate right through the area. So we'll get rain. It's good rain. Now we get to tomorrow. And as this thing drives by, what's left of it, it's going to force a warm front through the area. Now, once that happens, we'll brighten the skies around midday, get some sunshine, and the sunshine and warm temperatures and strong southerly winds will combine with this cold front to possibly produce very heavy and possibly even severe thunderstorms late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Once all that moisture and the dynamic lifting of that cold front gets through here, beautiful weather sets in for the weekend. Let's tell you about what's going to happen through time here. The storm goes, the severe storms pop, and the storm races out over the Canadian Maritimes and will clear out during the day on Saturday and have a beautiful day on Sunday. Let's check out your express forecast for the evening hours. We're going to be in pretty good shape around here with temperatures staying in low 60s. No terribly strong winds, just periods of rain. By tomorrow, just a little bit of drizzle. By lunchtime, as you pretty much come to an end, and then we're going to see good stuff for the afternoon for a while with the warm sunshine and then the chance of those big storms in the afternoon. There you see it on the ABC 7-day forecast. Lots of sunshine and cooler temperatures for the weekend. A little bit of a warm up next week. But our big thing to get through is the more rain tonight, the close encounter with Isidore. So as it turns out for us, Isidore is a good thing.
Plenty of sunshine this weekend to mow that lawn for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, no excuses for it either. It's going to be nice.
Oh, there's always an excuse.
Yeah, you're right.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
Well, a case of mistaken identity was really a problem for a local man.
Apparently so, Kathleen. And coming up at 6 o'clock, why couldn't the D.C. jail find an inmate?
On Tuesday, a judge here issued a bench warrant for a man for failure to appear in court. He failed to appear because he was lost in the system at the D.C. jail. I'm Sam Ford. That story is coming up on ABC 7 News at 6.
Also, would you hire a pet investigator to find your missing cat? Hear how a Virginia family got their friendly feline back home safely. Coming up in about 30 minutes on ABC 7 News at 6. Join us then.
Pet detective, thanks.
Gotta like it. Up next on ABC 7 News at 5, it's out with the old and in with the new. We'll tell you what's in store for the Old Columbia Hospital for Women.
Plus, see what some community activists are doing to lower the speed limit in their neighborhoods.
And later in sports, it is now official. Michael Jordan is going to return for another season. Rennie Nutt has all the highlights coming up in sports.
Which SUV received the highest possible rating in the Insurance Institute's low-speed and high-speed crash tests? The new Subaru Forester. Which SUV has the most standard safety features in its class? The new Forester. Which SUV comes standard with Subaru all-wheel drive to help avoid accidents? The new Subaru Forester. Unprecedented protection. When you get it, you get it.
Stop by your D.C. area Subaru dealer or visit us at Subaru.com.
This September, get Comcast. Get educational back-to-school programming on Discovery, TLC, and National Geographic. Get exciting fall sports action on ESPN, TNT, and Comcast Sportsnet. And get HBO for what critics call the best series on TV, The Sopranos, Sunday nights this fall. Call right now and get 30 days of digital service and 30 days of HBO free. Plus, call today and get connected tomorrow. That's right, 30 days of digital free and 30 days of HBO free, plus next day installation. This September, get Comcast.
If you don't equate shopping with pure exhilaration, then where have you been shopping?
The finest collection of brands awaits you, with savings of 25 to 65% every day. At Leesburg Corner Premium Outlets, Route 7 and 15, Leesburg, Virginia. Shop better.
Fall into a whole new world of style at the Room Store. From intriguing worldwide designs to the latest all-American beauties, the Room Store's fall introductions make decorating your home a breeze. And no one beats our world-class low price guarantee, whether you buy the entire room or a single piece. Plus, no monthly payments and no interest for 1 full year.
We put it all together and save you more at the Room Store.
This is the Chrysler PT Cruiser. Very cool on the outside, but even cooler on the inside. With CD storage right under your seat, massive side pockets for all your stuff, and 32 different seating configurations. It's one of the most versatile rides on the road. So it's up to you what you're into. After all, change is good, right?
Now get 0% financing for 60 months or a cash allowance on PT Cruiser.
Proud to be on your side. This is ABC 7 News at 5.
For more than 130 years, it provided medical care, and in the near future, it will provide another type of comfort. The Columbia Hospital for Women in D.C. is being turned into luxury condos. ABC 7 News reporter Don Hudson talked to the purchaser today about the plans for the historic building.
From hospital rooms to living rooms, Columbia Hospital for Women has been sold, and its new owners plan to turn the hospital into a condo complex.
Our plans are to convert the hospital to luxury condominium product, quality units that would be an acceptable amenity in the neighborhood.
Jeff Sherman of the Trammell Crow Company, which purchased the hospital for $26 million, also has plans to bring in retail business.
I'm sensing that there's some demand on the part of the surrounding residents for community retail, a hardware store, a card store, some other amenities like this that could give them some sense of town center.
Today, Mayor Williams weighed in on the purchase, asking that the neighborhood's needs be considered.
We believe in strong neighborhood-based land use planning. We've got to make sure that the Foggy Bottom neighborhood and West End community is on board with what happens.
Sherman says they plan on getting that input, and they've already heard from neighbors about the portion of the hospital that was built in 1915. They say they plan on leaving that part intact.
Our plans currently, in fact, everything we've envisioned encompasses retaining that central portion, including the wings that jut out in the front, and building around that.
While the sale of the hospital is complete, construction will not begin until October 2003. Sherman says a lot still needs to be decided, like how many condos to build here. Preliminary plans call for about 130, but it could go as high as 180. In Northwest Washington, Don Hudson, ABC 7 News.
And as Don mentioned, construction is still 1 year away, and the developers say the hospital's conversion should be completed by late 2005. Del?
Well, Kathleen, here's a problem that plagues just about all of us. Drivers speeding through those side streets, or cut-throughs they call them, placing our lives and the lives of our children at risk. Well, some neighborhoods have actually tried speed bumps. But tonight, as ABC 7 News Virginia reporter Gail Pennybacher tells us, at least one county has tried a new approach. They've set their sights on your wallet.
The whine of a radar gun tells the story. Another speeder along Waterway Drive.
I just stopped you for speeding. You know what the limit is now? Any idea?
It is 45.
No, actually, it's 35. It's posted 35.
While Prince William County police officers can use technology to track those busting the speed limit, they have more. The county uses a little-known law that allows neighborhoods to petition to lower their speed limits and hike the fines.
The Board of County Supervisors adopts a resolution asking the Virginia Department of Transportation to include it as an enhanced fine location.
Since the General Assembly made it possible for communities to try and quiet traffic problems, more than 100 streets now bear these signs in Prince William County. Speeding, additional fine, $200. A passenger in this car whose driver just got a speeding ticket in the higher fine zone thinks it's an effective tool.
You slow down for the speed bump, and the speed bump goes over, and then you get to race back down the road.
But if you get hit in the wallet, it's a different story.
Oh, it's a much different story, because then you have to deal with your money, your insurance.
Even the signs themselves can be a deterrent if the traffic slows down enough to see them.
Cars through here normally do anywhere from 50 to probably 65, and that's routine.
It's difficult to say why more jurisdictions in Virginia don't use this tactic in their neighborhoods. Prince William County says it's been tremendously effective in trying to calm one of our area's most deadly problems. In Prince William County, Virginia, Gail Pennybacher, ABC 7 News.
And Gail says when it comes to those signs, bureaucracy moves slowly. She says it takes about 4 months for one of the signs increasing the fines to be put in place.
Topping news around the world tonight, a temporary ceasefire in Ivory Coast. French troops negotiated that ceasefire to allow the evacuation of Westerners who've been trapped in the capital city. Ivory Coast declared that city a war zone and vowed to attack within hours. Western students from a school were actually evacuated yesterday, and tonight we can report they are safe in neighboring Ghana. And there are conflicting reports about whether a top Hamas leader was killed in an Israeli attack in Gaza today. Israel says Hamas's chief bomb maker was the target, and they believe he was killed. But a senior Palestinian security official says he escaped the attack with moderate injuries. 2 people we know did die in the attack. 25 others were injured. And 5 years after an earthquake devastated the historic Italian village of Assisi, a famous fresco has been restored. The Giotto fresco smashed into tens of thousands of fragments when it fell to the ground. But years of hard work by a team of restorers has finally paid off. Now, as for the painting that's depicted, well, St. Jerome's beard is largely gone. His rich cloak looks like it was devoured by moths, and the roll of writing paper on his desk has disappeared, but still beautiful.
Among our people in the news tonight, singer Barry White. Tonight, the soulful singer is battling a serious medical problem. We are being told his kidneys are failing. According to White's record label, his history of high blood pressure is causing the kidney problems. He is currently on dialysis, but once his condition has been stabilized, he will be a candidate for a kidney transplant. The deep voice White is known for such hits as Can't Get Enough of Your Love and Never Gonna Give You Up. And Jurassic Park Arthur Michael Crichton was apparently robbed at gunpoint inside his own home. His publicist says Crichton was actually tied up by the robbers as they ransacked his Santa Monica, California home. Crichton is said to be okay. The 59-year-old also wrote Disclosure, and he's the driving force behind NBC's drama ER.
He's going to want to write a crime drama next.
Yeah, inside my house at gunpoint.
When it comes to crowd control during this weekend's World Bank and IMF protests, police will have some very important help. 4-legged help, that is. You'll see how these horses are going to be put to good use next on ABC 7 News at 5.
Plus, you may need to put on a happy face or even a robe for your next wireless phone. A look at the phones of the future that are here right now. It's all coming up on ABC 7 News at 5 o'clock.
Introducing the versatile all-wheel drive Subaru Baja. Part car, part truck, all choice. When you get it, you get it.
Savor the day, Saturday, October 5th. It's the 13th annual Taste of Bethesda. Food from over 50 fabulous restaurants. Loads of music and cultural entertainment. Andrea McCarran and Elliot Francis from ABC 7 will be there. Getting to the Taste of Bethesda is easy. Parking's free and so is the shuttle. Well, there's no excuse. Bring your appetite and your friends to the Taste of Bethesda, Saturday, October 5th. Proudly sponsored by News Channel 8 and ABC 7. On your side.
It's the last 2 days to save during Kohl's 40th anniversary sale this Friday and Saturday. Take an extra 10% off all fine jewelry, already 60% off. Save 30 to 40% on women's coordinates from Norton McNaughton, Villager, Sag Harbor, and more. Take 20 to 40% off all casual shoes for the family. And enjoy 33 to 50% savings on all bath towels and accent rugs. This Friday and Saturday are your last 2 days to save at Kohl's 40th anniversary sale. Kohl's, that's more like it.
We've had 8 years of the Glendenning Townsend administration and almost 40 of a one-party monopoly, and they still haven't fixed the mess in Annapolis. Corruption, budget deficits, and traffic jams are a way of life. But instead of debating real solutions, Ms. Townsend is trying to scare you with negative ads and fear to stay in power. That's just wrong. and so are their ads. I'm running for governor to change Annapolis and make Maryland proud. With your help, we will.
Salsa's hot on Thursdays at the Yacht Club, and a free salsa lesson, too. How am I doing?
You're doing fantastic, Tony. You're doing great, great.
Tyson's Corner Honda's new showroom is underway, but right now construction is taking up too much space. So all week we are offering the year's lowest prices. Construction prices on new Accords from just $11,995. Construction prices on new Civics from just $99.95. Plus low rate financing, top dollar for your trade, and free oil and lube maintenance for 2 years. You won't believe how low we're willing to go to build you a better showroom. Rosenthal Honda on Route 7 in Tyson's Corner.
Well, as we've been reporting, there is going to be a tug of war this weekend between police and protesters, but some powerful animals could actually help determine the outcome. As ABC 7 News reporter John Lyle explains, the Mounties are coming. They're coming from as far away as San Francisco to help out their Washington counterparts.
These officers and their horses are from New York City. Another mounted unit traveled all the way from San Francisco. They're attached to U.S. Park Police field offices, but this weekend they will patrol in the district. They will team up with local units for crowd control anytime protesters are on park property.
What we want to do is build a complement that we have enough officers to protect the city, protect the fabric of America, which what we have here at the icons, to make sure that the city is a safe place to be.
Some of the visiting officers have seen duty in D.C. before at previous demonstrations, including the World Bank and IMF protest in April of 2000. They say the horse's size intimidates people, and that makes it easier to move or redirect protesters.
Our advantage on a horse is visibility, and people do respect the large animal. They're afraid to be trampled or stepped on, and they're pretty effective with large crowds.
Of course, large, noisy crowds can be intimidating too, but officers say each horse deals with it differently.
A crowd chanting and raising signs, that kind of thing could excite the horse. But other horses could just be immune to it or just take it in stride and not be affected.
The mounted units may see their first real action on Friday, when they could be sent in to help D.C. police clear streets blocked by demonstrators. On the National Mall, John Lyle, ABC 7 News.
John, thank you very much. And they're not all on horseback, but a total of 60 Park Police officers from New York and San Francisco are coming to town to help out.
We know those protests are supposed to really snare the rush hour traffic tomorrow morning, but let's take a look at this evening's to see how it's progressing.
As always, we check in with Kim Alexander. And Kim, I bet it's going to be busy tonight and tomorrow.
Well, we're sure it's going to be busy tomorrow. Just a question of how many people decide to stay home from work. The rain, of course, is not helping matters, although we need the rain. It's slowing folks down here on the Legion Bridge. Traffic moving away from us coming from Montgomery County with slow going pretty much from Silver Spring across the bridge and heading down towards Tysons. Same story on the inner loop moving towards us. Delay begins near the toll road and goes pretty much towards Greenbelt and points beyond. Let's take a look at traffic in Springfield. You can barely see it. You can imagine what the visibility on the road is like. Slow traffic both southbound most of the way to Woodbridge. Northbound delays also. We had an earlier accident before they got to the Beltway. That's out of the way, but it's held traffic up from Newington. Back to you.
Kim, thank you. It is soggy out
there.
Really
soggy. And Doug Hill's going to update the forecast to let us know what's going to be happening next. That's on ABC 7 News at 5.
Plus, have you ever wondered what that person on the other end of the phone line looks like? Well, thanks to new technology, you can do more nowadays than just reach out and touch someone. The details when we come back.
Take the road less traveled to Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Just 3 hours away, Bucks County offers world-class arts, history, culture, great shopping, wineries, fine dining, outdoor fun, and breathtaking scenery. From September 15th to December 27th, take advantage of relaxing midweek getaways from just $2.92 per couple. Request your free brochure and book your vacation today. Visit experiencebuckscounty.com or call 800-836-BUCKS. Bucks County, Pennsylvania. One destination, countless experiences.
Marshalls, you'll find the best names in fall fashions at prices you'll love. Whether it's for special occasions or no reason at all.
in, car 1.
Go for 1.
Looks like we got some uninvited visitors flying in from the west.
Looking for a little preview, huh?
Better come on in and cover up that car right now.
Roger that. I'm at the 3rd turn. I'm coming in.
Introducing the much-anticipated all-new Accord from Honda.
They're back. 2 Marlowe offers that are absolutely impossible to beat, let alone combine. The lowest furniture prices of the year, the best financing offer of the season. Incredible prices like leather sofas valued from $750 to $999, now just $399 to $499. And $700 queen beds are now just $299. Plus free financing with no down payment and no interest charges for 30 months. Now through Monday at Marlowe. Don't miss out. Marlowe, the furniture superstore.
It's Macy's Fall Sale, our biggest fashion sale of the season. Plus, new ideas for your home. Fall sweaters, $19.99 to $29.99. Suede and leather jackets, $159.99 to $199.99. Spectacular jewelry, 30 to 50% off. Men's suits, sport coats, pants, buy one, get one free. Utica sheet sets, Queen, King, $19.98. The best of the season at Macy's Fall Sale.
A Merrill Lynch assistant has reportedly agreed to testify against Martha Stewart after pleading guilty to a misdemeanor today. Well, the Wall Street Journal reports that Douglas Faneuil will cooperate with prosecutors who'd first sought to charge him with a felony for making false statements to investigators. Well, now he will get a misdemeanor charge in exchange for talking about Stewart, who's accused of insider trading in the sale of her Implone stock. Merrill Lynch handled that sale.
Meanwhile, WorldCom's former comptroller pleaded guilty today, saying that he was told to falsify records in helping that company hide billions of dollars in company expenses. In addition, David Myers could help prosecutors build a case against his co-workers, including indicted former CFO Scott Sullivan and possibly Chief Executive Bernard Eberts, who has not been charged. Sullivan, you may recall, pleaded innocent to charges that he helped orchestrate one of the largest corporate accounting scandals in U.S. history.
Well, wireless phones are ringing everywhere these days, sometimes in places where they shouldn't be ringing. But here's the interesting thing. Soon you may be seen and not just heard on those wireless phones.
And Kathleen, that's because technology out there is actually making it easier for phone users to do more than just talk. ABC 7 News consumer reporter Elizabeth Manresa is here with the 411.
Well, you guys, some wireless phones are now able to do just about everything but drive your own car. From mini computer phones to phones that can send pictures, consumers are seeing more of these gadgets, but they're not cheap. Not yet, anyway. In tonight's 7 on Your Side report, the latest wireless wonders. The sound of a ringing wireless phone has become a part of our daily lives. But now consumers may be picking up their phones to do more than just talk.
Now there are phones that are also computers that'll fit in your shirt pocket, and they'll virtually do everything that a phone and a computer together will do.
And according to John Johnson of Verizon Wireless, the TheraPocket PC phone is the latest thing for the business person on the go.
It's an actual computer that fits in your pocket with a high-speed web browser to do your email. It's a speakerphone built in and a telephone.
But at about $800, it's not cheap. For about $200, though, Verizon has a phone that allows you to send and receive photos.
So you don't carry your pictures in your wallet anymore. You'll have them on your phone.
But right now, you have to use the internet to get the photos. Now, if your ring isn't annoying enough, you can change it to just about anything. Many new phones are now being equipped with full-color screens.
Like the evolution of the black and white TV to color.
AT&T has what it calls wireless M mode. M mode lets you send and email digital photos with your phone, send text messages, get stock quotes, and more. But leading the way on wireless phone photos is Sprint. With the Sprint PCS Vision phone, you can take and receive pictures, check email, and play games with full-color graphics. With a miniature digital camera, you can view and instantly send images. But to send or receive the pictures, you'll have to buy a Sprint Vision-capable phone. The phones start at about $180 and go all the way up to $800. Monthly plans range from about $50 to $120. But competition is heating up, and consumers may soon see a dip in prices, which may make dialing a little easier on your wallet. Now, as the cost of wireless continues to come down, many consumers are thinking about cutting the cord to their hard line. Now, it can be a cost savings for some people depending on your calling patterns. The real test is whether your calling plan gives you enough minutes to cover your needs. Need more advice? We have a link on our website at WJLA.com, keyword consumer. I have actually done that. I do not have a home phone. I just have cell phones.
You know, I think more and more young generation people are
that would
doing
be
that,
me.
you know, because you just have that one phone and it covers everything.
It works for some people, but it really may not for others, so it's something to consider.
Thanks.
Sure.
Speaking for the other side of the age spectrum, Doug and I were just wondering whether or not the cell phones would come with one of those
Don't drag me down
one of
with
those
you.
flashing
Doug
12s.
This white stuff's a genetic defect, that's all.
I was going to say, Doug has a phone that should be in the Smithsonian, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's the truth. Well, let's look ahead. We are getting the beneficial rain, and we're going to be able to get some sunshine for the weekend, too. And,
I like the way you just kept on moving right on there, to tell you the truth.
Just speed it along, fellas. Let's take a look. Here it is. Hit the button and watch the temperatures come up, and you'll see tomorrow will be in the 80s. It's going to feel like summer tomorrow. You see the rains are going to go away in the morning, and the warm front will go through, pop us in some sunshine, windy, warm, humid weather, and then a cold front could produce some severe weather late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. We'll be all over it here in the ABC 7 Forecast Center. Clearing during the day on Friday. The weekend looks terrific with mid-70s, bright sunshine, and pleasant weather will continue right through most of next week.
Help me program my phone after the show?
Yeah, I can do that much at least.
Okay, thanks a lot, Doug.
Not the VCR.
So we have some Thursday afternoon quarterbacking going on?
Yeah, and this time we have to wait 2 weeks before we find out whether or not everything works itself out for the Washington Redskins. But as I said before, a lot of blame to go around on this team. All the Redskins talk seems to be on the failures at the quarterback position, but the wide receivers know they're not holding up to their end of the bargain as well. And number 23 is lacing it up for another season with the Wizards. Sports is next.
Do you think you have what it takes to make it to the winner's circle? The Pyramid is coming to your town, and we're looking for a few good contestants. Join me, Donny Osmond, at the Pyramid City Suite. You can fill out an application to be a contestant, watch a live version of the game. There's fun, giveaways. Here are the details.
Join the fun Saturday, October 5th at Tyson's Corner Center, and you could meet Donny Osmond. For more information, just log on to WJLA.com.
I'll see you at the City Suite, and don't miss Pyramid, weekdays, right here.
This is the Chrysler PT Cruiser. Very cool on the outside, but even cooler on the inside. With CD storage right under your seat, massive side pockets for all your stuff, and 32 different seating configurations. It's one of the most versatile rides on the road. So it's up to what you're into. After all, change is good, right?
Now get 0% financing for 60 months or a cash allowance on PT Cruiser.
Where will you get a great deal on a new sport utility? From the people that know SUV. Tyson's Dodge, of course. It's final closeout time for every remaining 2002 Durango. With rebates and incentives up to $6,500. That's right, $6,500. Or select 0% financing. Save thousands below factory invoice. But you'll have to hurry. These offers end September 30th or while inventories last. A huge inventory, low prices, and a staff that knows sport utilities. Where else but Tyson's Dodge in Tyson's Corner, of course.
A new Sears is coming to your neighborhood with a fresh look you have to see. Wider aisles, centralized checkout, shopping carts. It all adds up to a new way to look at the great brands you know, and some that may surprise you.
This Saturday, celebrate the new look of Sears at Francis Scott Key Mall in Frederick and meet Gus Iduro from Guiding Light from 1 to 3 p.m. Sears, where else?
Now there's a better way to buy carpeting. Empire Carpet, America's largest shop-at-home carpet service. Instead of driving from store to store, call Empire. We'll bring carpet samples to you, then install your new carpet next day. And with our warehouse direct prices, you'll save on all our brand name carpet, plus no payments till January 2004. Shop-at-home service, great sale prices, and next day installation. Call Empire now. It's a better way to buy carpet.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Well, Mike called me last night. He wanted to know whether or not I thought he should come back. Yeah, personal one-on-one, you know, mano-a-mano type thing.
We don't know what Mike called him, but some guy named Mike called him last night.
Mike
It was
Smith.
the pizza delivery guy. He'll be back. The announcement didn't come with much fanfare, just an email from the Washington Wizards. The first sentence stating Michael Jordan intends to fulfill the second year of his contract. It'll be MJ's 15th NBA season. There had been some question about Jordan's health following knee surgery. He put that to rest in a written statement. Quote, "The steps I took in the offseason have allowed me to return to the game in great condition. Jordan shouldn't have to play as much for the Wizards thanks to the recent acquisition of Jerry Stackhouse and Brian Russell. The ball coach often says they're going to pitch it and catch it. So far, the plan hasn't worked so simply for the Redskins. Just 62 completed passes in 3 games, and only 4 have gone for touchdowns. We know about the quarterback situation, but Coach Spurrier believes the problem also lies with the wide receivers and has reopened that competition as well. Rod Gardner is the leading receiver, 12 catches for 210 yards. He knows he has to pick it up.
We got to fine-tune a few things, and I feel we'll be back on pace because, I mean, the first game we came by and moved the ball quite well. Right now we hit a little slump the next 2, but we turning it around quick. I mean, we got the talent on the team. We just got to put it together. Right now I feel we're playing to the ability that we should and to the type of talent that we got, but we got to turn it around, and everybody know that, and this week we're preparing ourselves.
Troubled receiver Randy Moss will be allowed to play this week for the Minnesota Vikings. He has apologized for his most recent misbehavior and says he's ready to suffer the consequences. It's been a long week for Moss, going back to Sunday when Vikings quarterback Dante Culpepper chewed him out on the sidelines. Matters worsened on Tuesday when he was arrested and charged with 2 misdemeanors following an incident with a traffic officer. Today, Moss sounded as if he's ready to face the music.
And I've been through a lot, even if I am in the right or if I am in the wrong. I've been through a lot, but you know, I know there's a lot of people watching and paying attention to this media coverage of what I think that's been blown out of proportion to a certain degree. But I am human, I am a man. I do take care of my responsibilities, and I stand up for my actions. And
Team USA is breaking out the heavy hitter to start the Ryder Cup. They announced the pairings today. Tiger Woods and Paul Azinger are together for Friday's opening match. U.S. captain Curtis Strange believes they bring out the best in one another. A stiff breeze blowing across the Belfry today. The flag flapping above the course. Quite a bit of pomp and circumstance during the opening ceremony. Bagpipes playing as Strange led the Team USA in side by side with the Europeans. The day had a patriotic feel. You see, the tournament was originally slated for last fall, but was canceled following the tragic events of September 11th. Strange is hoping for unity.
I remember seeing a headline in a French newspaper last September. It said, "We are all Americans now." I suppose it might be a bit too much to ask to have that attitude all this week, do you think? That's all right. There are some who have said that the excitement has lessened for the players and fans because of the postponement. We'll show, and all of you will show, how wrong they really are.
Now, baseball, of course, is a game of individuals playing a team sport, unlike golf, where it's individuals who will now come together this weekend to play as a team. Well, the Mets and Pirates, we have a play of the day. Eduardo Alfonso trying to get on base, but Brian Giles isn't in a giving mood and takes one away. Wow. Nice individual play. Giles with the full extension, the diving takeoff, and belly landing. Giles' teammates are just mildly impressed, though. After he makes this amazing catch, he only gets a small round of applause. That deserves a standing ovation. Fellas, come on.
They're going to need a lot of tide on that uniform, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still offended that you didn't think Mike called me last night.
It was the pizza guy. I'm telling you, the pizza was ready. Don't worry about it.
You win.
6.
Coming up tonight on ABC 7 News at 6, Rennie Knott. Plus these stories. How will police keep a watch on the city this weekend during those planned IMF protests? We're going to take you behind the scenes to show you some of their tools.
Plus, a family pet in Virginia proves to be a case for Sherlock Holmes. We're going to have this animal's survival story when ABC 7 News at 6 starts in 30 seconds.
Before you drive your new car a single mile, it's traveled miles on the train. Before your juice gets poured, it's been aboard. Chances are the things that show up at your door tomorrow will arrive by train today. And because one train carries the load of up to 500 trucks, that means cleaner air, less fuel, less traffic. A better environment, a better tomorrow. Tomorrow, arriving by train.
Proud to be on your side, this is ABC 7 News at 6.
He was locked up in jail and then lost in the system, and his family says he could have been forgotten forever. Good evening, I'm Maureen Bunyan.
And I'm Kathleen Matthews. Thanks for joining us. Only on 7 tonight, that man is about to leave the D.C. jail in about 1 hour. He'll be a free man after being locked up for a month. Now, during that time, the jail could not even locate him. ABC 7 News reporter Sam Ford tells us it was a case of a misspelled name.
And I'd say, well, you misspelled his name. So she said, we just left out an R. I'd say, well, if you leave out an R, that's going to misspell his name. That's going to mispronounce
Barbara Proctor and her grandson Alvin talking about her efforts to find out how the jail lost in the system another grandson, 28-year-old Richard Iriarte. He was arrested in August for failure to appear on a